Thank you for tuning in again. As always, we're your hosts. I'm Avid.
And I'm Heidi.
And welcome to the Coaches Show, where we show you how to coach. Today, we're going to be taking a novice in a simple, discrete task and turning them into an expert.
So today, this simple task is throwing a ping pong ball into a red Solo cup. So the form that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to elevate your arm and flex it about 90 degrees. At the beginning of your shot, you're going to pull your forearm back, and then you're going to throw the ball following through. This form can be modified depending on the type of shot you're going to take.
There are three primary types of shots. The first one is the bounce shot. Then we have the arc shot. And the last one is our fastball. We did say she was a novice.
There are three main elements that are critical to an individual's success while performing this skill. These are perceiving relevant environmental features. This means looking at the formation of the cups, the distance to the cups you are shooting at, and detecting any distractions that would affect how you perform the skill. Another factor is deciding what to do and when to do it in order to achieve your goals. This includes things like choosing a cup to aim for and determining what type of shot you're going to take. Finally, producing organized muscular activity to generate the movements is needed to execute the goal. For example, you're going to want to follow through with your shot in order to sink the ball into the cup.
Step 1, the fundamentals. So how do you make a novice proficient at all these skills? As a coach, your job is to instruct and help the learner achieve the goal of the skill, which in our case is getting a ball into a cup. When first learning the skill, it is beneficial for the performer to direct their attention internally so they can focus on monitoring the outgoing movements. This allows the learner to focus on the different motor aspects required to be successful in this skill.
This relates to the concept of knowledge of performance augmented feedback. In this situation, the learner will complete the skill, and the coach's role is to give the learner feedback on their movement patterns.
When an error is made in the motor performance of the skill, the coach needs to step in and communicate to the learner where they went wrong and what modifications are needed so that they can perform the task properly in the future. It's also very important to be both positive and optimistic because you don't want to discourage the learner. So Heidi, you're doing a real good job right now, but I think you need to raise your elbow up a little bit and then follow through in your extension. That should help your shot. Nice. Another method that is used to improve learning is video feedback. Videotaping the learner and showing them exactly where they went wrong will help them better detect and understand the movement pattern.
However, you may think that providing a lot of feedback to the learner will help them achieve their goal, but this can actually have a detrimental effect. The learner can become dependent on the feedback, so when feedback is no longer provided, their performance will decline.
Here's an example. So, elbows up, extend. Elbows up, extend. No feedback.
When the coach is providing concurrent feedback, the learner does not have to think about performing the action themselves. Therefore, when the external cue is no longer provided, the learner does not know how to perform the action, resulting in decreased performance. A way to avoid this dependence on feedback is to use faded frequency feedback. In this situation, the coach will give feedback to the learner more frequently when they are beginning to learn the skill. This will allow the performer to develop the correct movement patterns to successfully complete the skill. When the learner is more comfortable with the skill, the coach will provide less feedback and only give them feedback when is needed. For example, if they miss 5 shots in a row.
Another strategy to use is learner-determined feedback. In this strategy, feedback is only provided to the learner when they ask for it. What this does is it allows the learner to focus on their own mistakes, and the feedback they receive is more beneficial as it is not overwhelming and is only provided when they require it. This is a strategy used by more advanced individuals as the learner needs to have an understanding of the movement.
Thanks for watching the Coaches Show. Now that you know all about feedback, you can tune in next week and learn step 2 of becoming an expert palm player, where we discuss practice and training programs.
And remember, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.